Even vans have a significant part in our history. VW buses have got a not-so-small family tree within them. Oh, you guys know which is the biggest selling VW van of them. Yes, it's the VW T2. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video will discuss another excellent vehicle, the VW Bus T2. Aren't you excited? Before moving on to the video, subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to watch more amazing videos on cars worldwide. There is definitely something that will surprise you guys for sure in between these videos, so stay tuned till the end and know more about it. The VW camper became a global phenomenon thanks to the VW T2, also known as the hippie van. This film honors the incredible 46 years that the Volkswagen T2 was produced in some capacity worldwide. Volkswagen Type 2 would make a pretty good case for itself if someone were to choose one vehicle that made the most outstanding significant contribution to the history of civilization. Based on the VW Beetle, this car goes by many different names, merely showing how many other purposes it has been used for. For over 50 years, the VW bus has produced a valid historical symbol on 4 continents. Based on the useful Beetle, also known as Type 1, the VW Type 2 was intended to aid post-World War II Germany's recovery and give international enterprises a small transport vehicle to move people or products around. Like many classic cars, Type 2 had a humble working-class beginning. Ben Pon, a Dutch Volkswagen importer who identified a market for a small bus and presented VW with the idea, is credited with developing the Type 2. Later exporting VW buses to the US bought Pon enormous wealth. T2 is not just known as T2. Do you know another name? Yes, there are numerous names for Volkswagen Type 2, since its primary purpose is to convey groups of people. You might formally refer to it as the transporter. Unofficially, it is probably just referred to as the bus or microbus. Whatever name you give it, Type 2 also has the unofficial distinction of being an icon that served as the generation's poster car, while also developing it into a very versatile piece of machinery for the modern day. Ironically, the first generation T1 model's low cost and straightforward engineering that made it so appealing are now what make it so pricey. If you come across a 23-window T1 bus in perfect condition, you should be prepared to pay over 6 figures to purchase it. Naturally, the Type 2 has also been a cargo hauling panel van, a solely designed camper van, and even a pickup truck with a single cab and a bed in the back. It was necessary to test Type 2 in a wind tunnel because the prototypes were so aerodynamic. The engineers chose to divide the windshield in two, giving it a modest V-shape. In addition to making other changes, because of this, the van's drag coefficient was higher than that of the Beetle it was based on, and because of the famous windscreen, enthusiasts of the original bus dubbed it Splitty. Given that the original VW bus used a 24 horsepower flat 4 from the Beetle, enhanced aerodynamics allowed the van to maintain a respectable speed on the highway. Even when we give several amazing things out of T2, here is something for you as a surprise: ID Buzz. Volkswagen is bringing back its famous bus in what may be one of the car industry's longest product launches. Volkswagen ID is a brand new model. Buzz is an electric vehicle that pays stylishly homage to the Volkswagen Type 2 microbus. The ID Volkswagen unveiled Buzz electric concept for the first time at the 2017 North American International Auto Show in Detroit. Early in 2022, they finally took their wraps off the production ID Buzz after a grueling 5 years of development. It will be sold in Europe later this year, but US deliveries aren't expected until 2024. In 1950, the first Volkswagen bus appeared on the market. The Volkswagen Type 2, that's the VW microbus or just the VW bus, was a straightforward passenger or freight van with the driver sitting at the front and the engine in the back. In America, people viewed the VW bus as a rebellious substitute for one of the station wagons made by the Detroit Big Three. The first Volkswagen bus and the most recent model have been separated by around 70 years, and they nonetheless share several characteristics. The following sections will examine the similarities and differences. When coming to T2, it was just turning amazingly after the idea got approved and people's understanding on the bus. The Type 2 was available in various configurations from the beginning of manufacture in late 1949, giving customers the option of seating for passengers or a cargo area for items. The VW Type 2 was known by various names depending on its intended use and market, including Combi, Transporter, Bus, Camper, Plain Bus. The van concept was a commercial success, and combined with the French Citroën HY, VW Bus helped establish this market niche. Manufacturers from all over the world copied them after understanding the potential of such a vehicle. It's reasonable to assume that the ID Buzz comes from a troubled time in VW's past. The business was compelled to invest heavily in electrification due to its historic diesel emissions problem. The ID Buzz will be the second electric vehicle from Volkswagen's ID sub-brand to reach American soil. The original VW Bus was relatively small by today's standards. A 2022 Honda Odyssey would be dwarfed by its footprint. A typical early VW Bus measured 168 inches in length. The new Volkswagen ID's European variant, Buzz, is roughly 10 inches wider, about 17 inches longer, and about the same height as the original. Europe receives a 2-row ID Buzz version, while the United States will receive a lengthier 3-row model. The ID Volkswagen will construct Buzz on the same MEB platform that supports a wide range of electric vehicles, although it will feature the original bus's upright stance, two-tone paint choice, and large emblem on the front. Its wheels are pushed even closer to the corners than the actual bus was. Seating capacity. The official seating capacity of the original VW Bus, depending on the model, was 9 people. If you are carrying many, some would have to leave to push when you came to the climb. Due to the van's vertical sidewalls, the cabin was tall and spacious. The ID Buzz's first short wheelbase variants for Europe include 2 rows that can accommodate 5 passengers. Up to 7 people can sit in 3 rows in later long wheelbase models, including ones that will be imported to the United States. Interior decoration and materials. When the VW Microbus left the factory, the interior was quite simple. Its instrument panel included a round speedometer, a vast steering wheel resembling a truck, and a basic radio. From the floor, a significant shift lever jutted upward. The Microbus's interior simplicity was a blank canvas for personalization and improvements, such as camper conversions. The 23-window Samba, which had an optional cloth top that could be folded back for an open-air experience, was one of the most well-known VW Bus variants. The brand new bus will include a state-of-the-art driver interface, a steering wheel modeled after a vehicle, a digital instrument panel, and an extensive multimedia screen for the new van. Volkswagen promises a leather-free interior with eco-friendly materials. The original bus didn't have leather, but its vinyl seats were much less fashionable than those of the ID Buzz. Power. By today's standards, the air-cooled rear-engine Type 2 Volkswagen Microbus didn't have much power. The VW Bus was underpowered even for their time, with the oldest models only having about 25 horsepower. A cyclist on Red Bull might go further and quicker. With the new ID, it feels something like traveling through time. The base model for the European market will have an rear-mounted engine that drives the van rear wheels just like the original. The ID will be propelled by electricity instead of gasoline, which will power the original. And the ID Buzz's standard layout features a single rear motor system with 201 horsepower and 229 pound-feet of torque. US vehicles will produce substantially more power than the European version, especially when equipped with the anticipated all-wheel drive powertrain that includes front and back motors. In the new van, there will be far less possibility of getting passed by bicycles. Safety. When the Volkswagen T2 Microbus first hits the streets in 1950, the auto industry didn't view safety the way it does now. The front and rear crumple zones of modern passenger cars have been meticulously developed to absorb accident energy before reaching occupants. The legs of the driver and front passengers on the Volkswagen bus served as the crumple zone and offered little protection in the event of an accident. To hold passengers in place, seatbelts weren't even mandated. Strict safety regulations will be followed in the construction of the Volkswagen ID Buzz. They will receive a variety of safety and driving aid technologies, as well as seatbelts and airbags that the original VW buses did not have. And that concludes today's video. Tell us, what are your thoughts on this amazing car? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this. Turn on post notifications while you're at it so you don't miss any of our future postings. To learn more about cars, watch our videos. That'll be all for today. We hope you enjoyed the video and hope to see you in the next one.